this is Celia. So the other day, specifically October 8th, I got an email saying that I've had this channel for 5 years, and that's crazy to me because I still feel like this channel is kind of new to me, and I don't know, just time flies. So I just wanted to do like a little video, like just talking about this past 5 years and just a little chit chat about everything, I guess. Um, when I created this channel, I mainly did it more than anyone, more than anything, I mean, for myself. Because I I always used to say this, but I used to have another channel, and I just, I used to make a lot of videos, just random videos talking about whatever thing except my disability. And I had friends that follow me there, I had other people that follow me there, and I just wasn't comfortable talking about my disability and knowing that they were gonna watch it. But I've always been a person that I just overshare a lot on the internet. I just didn't feel comfortable. That's why I made this channel, so I could have a space where I talked about my disability, and if there was anyone else that had a CMT or whatever and they related, then here I was. And because I know that helped me accept myself, that helped me use my scooter, that helped me feel better about just my life, about my disease, about just seeing other people live normal lives and not see my disability as like, oh my god, like this sucks and my life sucks and I suck. It's just sometimes the simple thing of seeing other people be happy and just be living a normal life. That's it. That was it for me. And so if I could be that also for anyone else, good. Even if it was just one person or two persons. Oh my god. So yeah, but more than anything for myself also, because I I've been on the internet for a really long time. When I say me on the internet, just like anyone else, just doing my own thing here on MySpace. And I've always been that person that I just overshare a lot on the internet. I think it's because I'm a psychology major, so I not saying that I know more, but like it's just me saying, I guess, where kind of how I think. I kind of like analyze myself a lot, like why this, why that, where is this coming from? So I know myself in a lot of like aspects, and I know like I think I overshare a lot, and like for me the internet is like this place where I like kind of feel comfortable, and I share a lot of stuff because I don't have many people. I'm on my period and I'm extremely emotional, but I don't have many people who I can talk to in my real life. I'm on my period. Is that why? That's why. That's why I'm extremely emotional. And who and I think that's why internet is like, oh, I overshare and where I feel happy and where it's just good. And when I made this channel, I think I was getting to that point where I was like, I want to talk more about my disability, but just not, I'm not quite ready for my friends or family to be watching that. So that's why I created this channel, so I could I could have like this space where I would talk about my disability, or just whatever. Cut that out. Cut the cameras, dead ass. I tried doing this video, I think a week ago or a couple weeks ago, but mine just was blank. So I was like, okay, let me do it again. Well, I'm at it doing other things. One of the things that I just wanted, I guess, to chit chat about was the reason why I created this channel. Like, I didn't create this channel like to be like, oh my god, like I'm gonna be famous, gonna be uploading videos. Like, for me, and this is like, I've always like mentioned this like throughout my even first videos, is that I guess I wanted a space where I could talk about freely about my disability, because I had another channel, and that channel also treated it like my diary. I mean, I feel like a lot of like my social media accounts I treat it as diaries, as scrapbooks, as like kind of like memories that where I can go back and just look at stuff. And I love that. Like, if you know anything about me, is that I love memories. I love being able to revisit that. And as other side note, one of my fears, like back then, was I had a lot of like fear with mental illness, like mental illnesses, like the actual, I don't want to say actual. I think that's okay. I'm sorry I said actual. But you know, like the ones that where they alter your reality and maybe you like forget stuff. So like Alzheimer, dementia, schizophrenia, you know, like those type of diseases. I just think those are really scary. I feel like, or I don't know if this is okay. I feel like I'm going towards another direction, but I don't know if this is me trying to be positive. I don't know, but like, it's like it can be one thing, you know, to have a physical disability, but can you imagine having like a mental disability, like just like maybe like not being there and like or not realizing that this is real life, like that, like gives me a little bit of anxiety. So I always was just kind of like afraid of like, what if like I lose or have one of those I have one of those diseases or I forget my memory. And so for me it was just so like memories, you know. And that's why I take a lot of pictures, I take a lot of videos, like that's just very me. um so I had that other YouTube channel, and I love doing that. I love just doing the videos, but I just felt like I wasn't able to like freely be myself there because, okay, this is a little side note. When I started getting in the internet, okay, I'm sorry. When I started getting in the internet, I mean, obviously I didn't have no friends. I had just kind of, not just, but okay, I came from Mexico. I went to school probably for a year, and then I found out about the internet. Then I got internet, and then I started logging in into this chat room in Univision. Univision is like this TV network for Latinos, Hispanics, but they also had a website, and then that website they had like chat rooms, and that's where I like met a lot of like cool people, nice people. I'm still friends with some people that I met there, which is fucking crazy because that was like over 10 years ago. That was like 12 years ago. Anyways, so I had a lot of internet friends, and I made those videos, and I just, and so I had friends there, and from like from that chat room. And then I think I also had like family members, like I think watching some of my videos, which was embarrassing. That's why I also kind of didn't want to make videos anymore, because some of those people like brought it up to my parents, even though like my parents don't care. Like my parents are very liberal, like, but anyways, it was just like low-key embarrassing. Also, my internet friends didn't know about my disability. They didn't know that I was disabled, and me thinking about telling them was just, that's never gonna happen. I did tell some people though. So whenever I made videos, anyways, back then I never talk about my disability. I never talk about anything. And then also when I made videos, I made them like this. I tried really hard to like make myself to not talk with my hands. And every time I like did raise my hand or something, it was like very subtle, just because I didn't want to show my hands. So that's why I created this channel, so I could freely talk about my disability and the things that I was going through, and also just not be embarrassed about, like, you know, talking with my hands, showing my hands in camera. Other side note, I eventually did, like, I mean, I did eventually like tell everyone, like, oh, you know, I'm disabled. I felt like coming out. But anyways, that's why I created this channel. And then also I created this channel because I just, at that moment, it was during that time, it was when I barely had started. I think I barely had like a year. Yeah, I barely had a year when I created this channel of me using my scooter. So at that time I had fully already kind of accepted using the scooter, but I also just wanted to, like, I guess, follow more people that were disabled and were just living normal lives, like normal happy lives, because sometimes that's all it takes, just to like see someone doing their own thing, and that for another person that is disabled or is having trouble like accepting themselves, that on itself just can be very inspiring, you know, and just very like, well, if they're doing it, then I can do it too. Or you'd start thinking about ways how you can do it. Oh, so I also searched that. I searched, like, you know, to follow people, and I just didn't really find anyone who I could follow. So I was like, okay, well then I'm gonna be that. Like, that's what I say in my first videos, like, so cringe. But I was like, yeah, okay, so then I'm gonna be that. But you know, I'm not very consistent. I'm not very like I don't actually like produce content, so you know. But anyways, so for me it was just like, if just one person sees that and it makes them feel better, or they feel like they can relate, or they feel like, okay, they're not so alone because someone else is going through the same issues, then fucking great, you know. And so that also has been the purpose of this channel, even though I don't really upload. Like, I was looking throughout my videos, and like throughout the past years, and I have not really uploaded. This has been the year that I've uploaded the most, with like around 20 videos now, which is kind of crazy. I'm like, because 20 videos doesn't sound like that much for what, for like 10 months. It's October, but in the previous years I have probably just uploaded like maybe 10 videos or less than that, and I'm just like, oh my god, I can't believe I didn't, because I feel like I have been uploading, but I guess I haven't, you know, because it's not that many videos. You know, going back to like being able to talk about my disability, I just don't have that, you know. Who also, back then I didn't know anyone that had CMT, and I just wanted, I guess, a place where I could talk and just feel free, and just kind of like, again, like showcasing just myself, you know, just doing normal typical stuff, like talking about random stuff, and just, you know, just a person, just a person. And like I said, like that helped me. So if I could just be that, even for one person, awesome, great. My intention has never been like, oh my god, like I'm gonna create videos that are gonna get million of views or anything like that. It has never been that. But there has been a few videos where I'm like, okay, you know, I do hope somebody watches this, and like, yeah, so I put a little bit more effort. But even then, it's not actually, I could do more. I feel like I could do more, but I do want to do a little bit, put more effort in some of my videos, and I feel like I'm gonna have time now, since I'm gonna be done with school, like for good. I'm gonna be done. So that aside, also going back with like, you know, just like creating memories, or not creating them, but talking about certain stuff and just having them recorded in a video online where you can access those videos anywhere at any time. I just think that's, love it. So that also for me is something great, and I love documenting stuff, and I love documenting myself more than anything. You know, I love going to my other channel and seeing my videos from like literally like 10 years ago, kind of like a time capsule in some way. Oliver wants to get on the bed. And a time capsule that you can check from anywhere and at any time, and because it's on the internet, it's also making videos for me. It just makes me happy. It's therapeutic. I don't know, I just like doing this, you know. And again, it's, you know, it's for myself, and if anyone in the, you know, in the process of me doing things for myself that makes me happy, and it's therapeutic because I'm talking to no one. Somebody comes across to one of those videos, and it's like, oh, nice, again, nice. I probably sound like a fucking broken record right now, but yeah. So yeah, that's what has been the past 5 years. Not much of like an effort or anything like that. Just more of a time capsule for myself, for future Celia, for 4-year-old Celia. Oh my goodness, that's scary to say. Yeah, I love that for myself. And so I guess, yeah, that's the only thing. I guess, little chit chat about 5 years that has gone really fast. But yep. Cut the camera. It's dead ass. Just kidding. Bye bye.